What's up, guys? John here, and I'm going to talk to you today about the NBA. So, as you might have heard, all these rumors about trades going on. Of course, the free agency in a year, I believe, not the next season, but the year after that, I believe Dwight Howard and Chris Paul. Now, if you go on, now Josh Smith is in trade talks and all that stuff. But I'm going to focus on one particular player that's not really in the trade talks, but it's more of a question to you guys, and relating it to Dwight Howard being on the free agency and him possibly leaving the Magic. So, as you guys know, the Mavericks are NBA champions, and they beat the Miami Heat, which had the big three. As we all know, previous summer, LeBron had the decision, and Chris Bosh, they both signed to the Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade re-signed, forming the Miami's big three, Miami trio, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of people, of course, thought that they wouldn't do good because they all have their own games. They're all players that, really are a big impact on the team, and they thought they wouldn't be able to work together as a team. But they proved people wrong and made it all the way to the NBA Finals, being the Bulls, the Celtics, and finally losing to Dallas. So a lot of people are happy that Miami didn't win this year, of course, because they didn't want Miami big three to form, and they wanted, LeBron is shocked that LeBron went to Miami, and they started talking about it. So today's video is basically on Dwight Howard, but also LeBron James. So my question is, would you ever trade LeBron James from the Miami Heat if you were the Miami Heat? And if you were another team, would you trade for LeBron James to get him on your team? So if you think about it, I was reading this somewhere on the internet. LeBron James is his first year with Miami, and he talked about winning numerous championships. And Dwight Howard is going to be on free agency soon. Like I said, I think not this season, but the year after that. And he's going to be like the number one target on the free agency list for numerous teams that are trying to get a true center, a big guy, down in the post. So, he's going to be at the top of the list with Chris Paul, I believe, is getting on free agency. Sorry if I'm wrong. But would you ever do, like Miami, if you think about it, Chris Bosh, he's not really center, he's more like a power forward. LeBron James can do a guard and your small forward position, and Dwayne Wade's also a guard. But if you think about it, Miami really needs a center. They have Joel Anthony right now, and if they want a center, Dwight Howard would be perfect for them. And I've been hearing, would you ever, and my question is, like I was reading this on the internet, would you ever trade LeBron James for Dwight Howard? Because if you think about it, if you break down the big three, you still have Dwayne Wade at the guard, and you still have Chris Bosh at the power forward, and now you're bringing in Dwight Howard, which will help you really good in the post and down deep in the center, so that, he blocks shots, he gets rebounds, he's big. So, I was reading this, I believe, it was a conversation with Jeff Van Gundy or something like that, and he was talking about, would you ever trade LeBron for Dwight Howard or for a player, center? Mostly Dwight Howard, since he's the go-to center, a guy that a lot of teams are going to try to get, like I said before. So, my question to you guys is, would you trade LeBron James to another team if you were the Miami Heat? Or would you keep him on the team and try to acquire supporting players? Miami's bench wasn't that great, but they have good players like Mike Miller, Mario Chalmers. Mike Bibby also, would you get more players around him, or would you trade him away for more pieces? Or would you trade for him? If you think about it, the decision, of course, put a dent into his career, his popularity around the league, fan-wise, and all throughout his career. If it's still like this, he's going to be talked about a lot. The decision going to the Miami Heat, saying he's going to win numerous championships. It's gonna be around him for a while. So if you think about it, would trading for him or trading him to another team, would that help his popularity? Would he gain some fans back? If you think about, oh, he's signed to the Miami Heat, now he's traded to another team, would you think he would gain some popularity back? And would you trade for him? Would you give up some of your players to get LeBron on your team? I mean, a lot of people don't like him just because he went to Miami, and they really thought he should have stayed in Cleveland or went to another team. because he joined Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and he needed support, and they all the fans and all the people talk about it. You guys, I'm pretty sure you heard it all year long. Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Would you trade for him? Because he has great talent. You can't take that away from him. He has talent. He's a two-time MVP for a reason, and he made it to the finals twice, once with Cleveland and now with Miami. And of course, you gotta think about it in that kind of way. So, would you ever trade LeBron James away, or vice versa? Would you trade for him and try to get him on your team? I want to see your opinions down below. This is not a rumor or anything. This is just a question from me to you. This is not it's not being talked about. It's just like a scenario, just like I read on the internet. It's not really being talked about. So I want to ask you guys, the viewers, what do you think about this situation? Would you ever trade LeBron James from your team to get more pieces, or would you trade for him if you need a big guy, a big superstar? Would you trade for him and put him on your team so that you have a player that can help your team? So again, just leave your comments down below. Make sure you leave your opinions, state a reason why, whatever you want to write. Just let me know what you think. Would you trade him, or would you trade for him? You guys let me know. Of course, this is a controversial topic, LeBron James on the Miami Heat and how he's presenting himself to the media. So again, guys, please don't hate on the video. It's just a question to you guys. Would you trade for him, or would you trade him away to another team? Again, leave your comments down below, and I'll be having more videos soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and stick around. Thanks.